Coming up on today's episode, good Thursday evening to you all, YouTube. It is a little after 7 now, 7:03 now, according to the clock. The picture that you see before you on the monitor or on the screen was taken at exactly 7 p.m. this evening, first day of September, and that is the thermostat, or actually in this case just the thermometer, because the only thing that is running is, if you look down below, you'll see the fan is on, and that the AC and in fact the whole HVAC system is off. And part of the reason for that is this next picture. This was taken the same day, earlier today, at 10 a.m. Anybody that can't see that is reliable comfort is what it says on the truck. These are the HVAC professionals that were called to fix the AC here. And yes, I finally got around to letting the landlord know about it, and he got on it right away and got these guys summoned here. Now, ordinarily when they show up at 10 and you're sitting there at 7 p.m. at night at that temperature in your house, there's a problem. And that's the case with this. Basically, what they found was what just about everybody who heard my description of the problem said: the system was low on Freon. So the person that came to look at it got out his little sniffer and his nitrogen, in this case, I think he said, and he basically, I guess they removed all the Freon. I'm guessing. I don't know. He didn't say that. But once that system is evacuated, they basically fill it with nitrogen. He said up to 500 pounds. Now, that seemed a little excessive to me. But, again, I don't know anything about HVAC. So, and he basically proceeded to check every inch of the lines that he could see and could not detect any leak. Now, we went back and forth about the outside unit condenser, how that was replaced, and I tried to be as truthful as I could with him as far as, when it was replaced. I was pretty much under the impression it was not the correct one, but that the landlord who was in charge of the building at that time was a little on the cheap side, and that he found someone that would actually install one that was not for this unit, but that he said would work, and it has. I can't say it has not worked. So I asked about that, and he said, well, he couldn't find any leaks out there. So, but he said it's not the right unit for here. Now, I don't know what the deal is on that, but again, it is what it is. So this fellow finished up. He stayed quite a while. It was in the afternoon when he finally left, and he told me that someone would be from the same company would be back to basically remove the nitrogen from the lines and then recharge it with Freon, because he could not find any leaks. So there's nothing left else to do. If you can't repair, you can't fix something if it's not broke, basically. And so I said today. He said, yeah, it should be today. He said, if not, first thing in the morning. So obviously it didn't happen today, or my thermostat wouldn't tell me it was 86 in here, I don't think. So I guess I'll have to wait. Now, I'm not dead, obviously, Bill. Yes, it's hot. Yes, it's uncomfortable. But I have fan running in here, and I have the fan out of the furnace unit running, and there's nice cool air blowing on my hand right here at the side of the chair. Again, I'm not, and I just ate hot noodles too, so I'm not dead. So for those who don't think you can survive things like that, well, you can. Again, is what it is. Hopefully they will show up in the morning. Now, in the morning, by the morning I should say, it probably will be down around the 70-degree mark somewhere. Not 70 even, but I think it gets down around 77 at night here without the air conditioner running. So it stays that way all night usually. So that'll be the case. I should be able to sleep, and I do have a fan in my room too, one above and one blowing directly on me. So that shouldn't be a problem. Again, like I say, I'm hoping that's the way it works out. And I just kind of wanted to update everyone about what's going on with that and let everybody know that they were pretty much spot on with their analysis. Now, one of the other symptoms of this here lately has been the fact that I'm told the A coil in the top of the furnace there was freezing up. It was one of the first things he checked when I was out there in the garage with him. And that was what is causing a lot of the water in the garage, and it's something that didn't happen before. And I told him, I said, well, this really started happening about a month ago. I noticed that the AC wasn't keeping up, real good with the thermostat. And I said, but it was a hot and muggy day. I said, so I really didn't think anything about it. But then as the time went on, things got worse. I said, and it was like 83 with the AC running. I think yesterday or the day before in here. I said, that's to me a little bit too much. And he said, yeah, he said it should keep up better than that. And then I said, plus I've seen the water in when I moved my car out that it's full of water in here. And I said, it was time to do something about it. And so I told the property manager about it, and he called you guys. So anyway. Nothing, I guess I did. I don't know what else I would do to really have anything to do with it. I told him he was, kind of questioned why I had it on 78. I said, I'm old. I said, 78 is comfortable to me. I said, it keeps the humidity down. And I said, at that temperature, I'm comfortable in here. I said, to me, there is no sense in turning it any lower where I would be uncomfortable and paying extra money. And he said, well, I completely understand that. So that's my reasoning on that. And, I would do the same with the heat. Now, in the wintertime, I generally, if I get uncomfortable, I put on more clothes. I mean, or I get under my little throw here. I'm not one for wasting money on heat and air conditioning that I don't need. If I needed it, I probably would. And I know when I first moved in here, when I was a little bit younger, 10 years ago, I did probably keep it a little lower than that. But I don't think I've ever went below 75 in here. It's always kept it nice and cool in here, and that's one of the things I liked about this place is it does stay comfortable in here. And so, again, that's the way that is. So hopefully all will be well tomorrow once they get that nitrogen out of there and recharge the system. So I'm hoping that's all that's the matter with it. And he I asked him, I said, is that normal, to leak out like that or go bad or wherever it goes? I said, he said, no, not really. He says, that's why, he was kind of puzzled that he couldn't find a leak anywhere. So, like I said, I'll just have to keep an eye on it, I guess, if they fill it back up. If it does it again, I guess there is a leak. But, he worked pretty hard trying to find with his little sniffer and stuff, so I don't know. That's all I know about it. Like I say, I have no idea. I was talking to my son later on. He said, he says, I'd like to learn a bit about HVAC, and that way I could fix my own stuff at least, And I said, I wish you would. But anyway, that's no big deal. Like I said, in this case, it doesn't cost me anything. So, as you can see there, the Buick is sitting out there. The property manager, when he came over to assess the situation, he said, whoever comes to work on it's going to need to get back here to the furnace. He says, is there any way you can get your car out? I said, yeah, I can drive it out. He says, it runs? So I kind of thought that was funny, but I can understand people looking at it and say it runs. But that old Buick, it's not a bad car. It's only got 60,000 miles on it. I mean, it may not look it, but it does. So, I've been enjoying playing around with it, and I've got a video coming soon on the Buick. I know this is not the right channel for it, but just to wet your whistle there for any Buick fans out there. I finally came up with a plan, or actually a solution, I should say, to the window channel fiasco that I went through. And I got it from a guy on YouTube. Anybody that watches him, he's up in Canada, Half-Ass Customs. Basically, he had an episode about that, what he uses and how he does it. And I thought, well, that's just fantastic. And I found something very similar to what he used and bought that on eBay and had that shipped. And it does. It works perfect. And the only thing right now I'm having problems with is getting the window back in to where it will. What I'm going to do is basically get the channel felt back in there, put the window all the way up, and put a board or something to hold it up so it stays. I can leave it sit out and it'll stay dry inside. And that's my biggest thing now I'm trying to work on. Also, if you see there's a hood latch or hood hinge missing. I've got that off, trying to work on that as well. I think I found the problem with it, and it's going to take some beating with a hammer, but I think I can get it back into service again, at least if I'm careful and keep it really very well lubricated. I think it will be okay. So I'm hoping that's going to be the plan, or that's going to be the solution for it too. So there you go. There's a couple of couple of items that I've been working on. I haven't done anything on the workbench. Been a little bit busy with the Buick, and I've been busy trying to get this AC going on the inside. And I don't know how you can see it there, but behind the Buick and next to the Corolla there is a chair. Actually, it's just part of a chair, but I set it out there Saturday. Now, the trash people pick up on Mondays here, and so it's set there from Saturday till today, so it's Thursday, and no one has picked it up yet, and it kind of upsets me a little bit, but again, I'm not going to worry about it because it's going to sit there till somebody gets it. It's not going to be me. So, the neighbor there, they're working on that place to get it ready to rent out. I think today actually was the day they wanted to get it ready by, but he's still over there working. As a matter of fact, I see his truck out there. But they have set a lot of stuff out too, so I'm hoping whoever picks that up will pick the chair up too. Of course, I really wish my car wasn't in front of it. Of course, it's not now, but in case they do come by, you don't want them to miss it. So, anywho, that's that. Not much else going on. Like I said, not dead from the heat yet, so I think I'll be all right. I watched Bill's little flap there. Bill, I kind of fast forward on your video when you get to talking about the gravestone and the plots and things like that. I don't know. I'm not much on stuff like that, and I don't really care to know. I guess is the best way to put it. But that's your personal thing as far as that's concerned. If you want to put it up there on YouTube, it's up to you. But like I say, it is what it is. I guess it's part of life. I understand that, but at the same time, it's just not part of my life. At least not right now. Like I said, I'm not dead yet. I've joked with several people though here lately on getting the Buick running again and driving it and things like that. And I said, I kind of like to drive it a little bit before I die. And everybody kind of looks at you a little strange when you say that, but it's the truth. I am retired. I am obviously. When you retire, the thing is, what you're doing is waiting to die. Okay. I know I don't want to get off on a big tangent on that, but that's what you're doing. How you choose to do that is up to each individual. Now you can sit around and mope around and say, "Oh, I got nothing left to live for. I got this, I got that," or you can choose to get out and do things if you want. And I basically have gone that route. I've tried to anyway, and I get out and do things when I can, and work on things just like the Buick. I'm working on that again, and of course, you all know about the electronics. I work on those, and it helps pass the time, and I enjoy doing it. So why not do something, when you are retired that you enjoy doing, and like I said, don't even think about the rest of it. And that's my attitude anyway, so is what it is. Again, like I said, I was talking to my son. He's supposed to be down here Saturday. My daughter is having a yard sale here, supposed to. And so he's supposed to come down then to pick up his stuff that I was going to take to him. He called me the other night and said that he was going to come here for the yard sale, and he'll pick it up then. So I said, okay. So get rid of that, and that'll be another big bunch. You can't see the picture of it right now, but on my couch is 3 huge boxes, and they probably are 5 foot tall, sitting off the couch, and then next to it's the Radio Shack clarinet system, and in front of that's the old Hewlett Packard laser printer that I had in here before, and under that is the Sony system that I'm really wanting to get to on the bench. But right now, the other thing that's on there, and I don't know when I'll post this. If I post this tomorrow, you probably have already seen the Friday video, which is going to be something different. You'll see what it is. I think you'll like it. But again, I have another planned activity on the bench that's sitting there waiting for me to do something, and that has to do with the last preview that we had on my video, and so you'll see about that too. So I'm not going to say too much more about that, but that's all I can think of that's going on. I was going to go outside and make this video. I thought, well, it'd be a little cooler out there. It's not that bad in here. I mean, yeah, it's a little warm, but again, if it was not for the humidity, it would be perfectly satisfactory to me. I feel the humidity, obviously, because it makes you want to sweat, but especially if you're sitting in a chair or whatever. But at the same time, I thought, well, if I go outside, then if I do it here, everybody's still out there. Well, not everybody. The heating and air conditioning guy is gone, but the property manager's still over there working. And, everybody kind of looks at you strange when you're sitting there talking to a camera. So then I thought, well, I could get in the car and go to the park or something and do it then. But it's the same thing there. People tend to look at you strange, and I really don't. I didn't think it would get enough breeze in the car to be that cool. So I just thought, well, I could either run the air conditioner, which I didn't want to do, but so like I said, I'm doing it here. Everything's fine. I'm not dying from the heat. So, but yeah, they're again just for Bill. Yes, Bill. There you go. 86 degrees Fahrenheit inside my house. What do you think about that? You guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.